Congratulations! Zach Roloff reveals his new wife's name after divorcing Tori on Little People, Big World. Shockwaves across Roloff farms. When news first broke that Zach Roloff, one of the most beloved stars of TLC's Little People, Big World, had filed for divorce from his longtime wife Tori Roloff, fans were stunned. For years, Zach and Tori seemed like the cornerstone of stability within the often chaotic Roloff clan. They raised 3 children together, filmed countless episodes, and became fan favorites for their humor, vulnerability, and deep love story. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. But behind the picture-perfect Instagram posts and carefully edited TLC episodes, insiders reveal that cracks had been forming for years. From disagreements over parenting styles to frustrations about family loyalty and Roloff farm drama, the couple struggled to keep their marriage intact. The final blow came quietly. Papers filed in Washington state that confirmed what no one wanted to believe. Zach and Tori were officially done. Life after divorce. The divorce was finalized just 6 months later, with custody agreements and financial settlements kept private. Tori, ever candid on social media, admitted the transition was the hardest season of my life. Fans rallied behind her, leaving thousands of supportive comments under her posts. Meanwhile, Zach retreated from the spotlight. For months, he posted little online, choosing instead to focus on his children and adjusting to a life that no longer included his high school sweetheart. TLC cameras, however, captured glimpses of his journey. Quiet dinners alone, heart-to-heart talks with his mother Amy, and emotional moments with his kids as they adjusted to 2 households. A new beginning. Then, in a twist no one expected, Zach dropped a bombshell during the latest season finale of Little People, Big World. Sitting across from his parents in the familiar Roloff Farms kitchen, he announced that he had remarried. The room fell silent. Amy looked stunned. Matt raised his eyebrows. Even the crew reportedly froze. And then Zach revealed the name of his new wife, Emily Grace. Who is Emily Grace? Emily Grace, 31, is not a stranger to Roloff fans, though many didn't know it. She had quietly appeared in background shots of community events and was once spotted volunteering at pumpkin season on the farm. A native of Oregon, Emily works as a physical therapist and has long been active in adaptive sports communities. Friends describe her as warm, grounded, and fiercely supportive. She understands Zach in ways no one else has, one insider shared. She knows the unique challenges he faces and encourages him to live boldly. How they met. According to Zach himself, his path crossed with Emily's not long after his separation from Tori. Their first meeting was purely coincidental. Emily was assisting at a soccer program for kids with dwarfism, where Zach had volunteered as a coach. What struck me first was her kindness, Zach admitted in a confessional. She wasn't looking at me as a Roloff or a TV personality. She just saw me as Zach. Their friendship blossomed over late-night talks, shared meals, and countless hours on the soccer field. What began as companionship eventually turned into something deeper. Introducing Emily to the Roloffs. Introducing a new partner to the Roloff family was no easy task. With so much history, divided loyalties, and public scrutiny, Zach tread carefully. His mother, Amy, was the first to meet Emily, and the two bonded instantly. Amy later revealed in a TLC interview, "Emily is just lovely. She has a way of putting people at ease. I could see how happy she made Zach, and that's all a mom wants for her child." Matt, however, was slower to embrace the relationship. Given his own controversial romance with Karen, he knew how public opinion could turn harsh. Yet over time, even Matt admitted that Emily brought a sense of peace back into Zach's life. Tori's reaction. Of course, all eyes turned to Tori. How did she feel about Zach remarrying so quickly? Publicly, Tori remained gracious. On Instagram, she wrote, "I will always want the best for Zach because he's the father of my kids. Our story didn't end the way I thought it would, but I hope he finds happiness. Our children deserve parents who are fulfilled and healthy." Privately, insiders say it was painful. It's hard watching the person you thought you'd grow old with move on so fast, a close friend of Tori admitted. Still, she is focused on her photography career and raising her 3 kids in a new home filled with laughter and healing. The wedding. Zach and Emily's wedding was small, intimate, and far different from the grand celebrations fans might have expected. Held in a rustic barn in Oregon, the ceremony was attended by close family, friends, and a handful of TLC crew members. The children, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah, played special roles. Jackson walked Emily down the aisle halfway before handing her off to Zach. Lila sprinkled flower petals with uncontainable joy. Josiah, still a toddler, sat happily in his grandmother Amy's lap. It wasn't about a spectacle, Zach said afterward. It was about us, our family, and starting this new chapter. Fans react. The revelation of Zach's new wife set social media ablaze. Hashtags like #CongratsZach and #TeamEmily trended on Twitter. Fans flooded TLC's Instagram with messages ranging from shock to support. Some applauded Zach for following his heart and finding love again, while others questioned whether he had moved on too quickly. Tori, too, received an outpouring of support, with many urging TLC to give her more screen time to showcase her new chapter as a single mom. What's next for the Roloffs? With the next season of Little People, Big World already in production, producers face the challenge of weaving this new reality into the storyline. Viewers can expect to see Zach and Emily adjusting to married life, co-parenting dynamics with Tori, and the ripple effects across the wider Roloff clan. Matt and Karen, still navigating their own relationship, expressed cautious optimism about the family's future. At the end of the day, we're all just trying to love each other the best we can, Matt said. Lessons in love and resilience. Zach's journey from heartbreak to new beginnings has reminded fans that life rarely follows a straight path. Divorce, remarriage, and blended families are complicated, but they can also be filled with unexpected beauty. Emily herself summed it up best in her first on-camera interview. Love doesn't always look the way you imagined. But when it's real, when it makes you better, you hold on to it. And that's what Zach and I are doing. The future for Zach and Emily. As the credits rolled on the season finale, TLC teased future episodes showing Zach and Emily traveling, raising kids together, and carving out a life of their own. Fans can't wait to see how this new marriage unfolds, and whether it brings the healing the Roloff family so desperately needs. For now, congratulations are in order. Zach Roloff has not only turned the page on one of the hardest chapters of his life, but has also found joy again with Emily Grace by his side.